So you got hypnotic subject?
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay. Turn your two hands over like that. Now I want you to look into your left hand for a little while. And then when you feel that a little while's gone by, I want you to switch your look from your left hand to your right hand. And when you feel that you've looked at your right hand for long enough, I want you to break your gaze away and just say yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now put both your hands like that, lift them up like I've got mine. Now is that the sleepy hand or that the sleepy hand?
This one.
That one? Okay, sleep. And go way down deep inside and take that sleepy feeling all the way through you. As my hand goes comfortably down your back, you go comfortably down into a deep trance. Now something interesting will happen in a moment. I'm going to click my fingers, and when I do that, you're going to get an amazing, wonderful burst of energy flow from your feet to your head, like a very pleasant and interesting electrical feeling that's going to bring you absolutely wide awake, and you'll sit fully up. You can't hit your head behind you, and you'll come fully alert, and you're going to realize how deep inside you just went. What happened there?
I just got jumped up.
Where'd you go?
Oh, well, I was here and there at the same time.
Now see, because you induced that depth, you can do this in a clinic. Now look at me. Just put your hands down. I'm not going to touch you or anything. I want you just to look at me. And my voice is going at a normal speed and your mind is going at a normal speed. Would you agree with that? Mm-hmm. Okay, so your mind's going at a normal speed and my voice is going at a normal speed, but if I put the handbrake on my voice, I can put the handbrake on the speed of your mind. So as I talk to you slowly, your mind is going to temporarily lose its speed. And I'm going to count slowly back from 10 to 1. My job, your job to let go. And by the time I get to 1, you're going to be in an extraordinarily pleasant, deep trance. From 10, 9, 8, your conscious mind could wander away pleasantly to anywhere pleasant. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's right. Now just enjoy where you are there comfortably here. And as my voice begins to speed up, you'll come fully alert, feeling wonderful. The strange thing is that consciously you're going to have a significant amount of trouble remembering this induction. In the same way you don't know how the inside of a wristwatch really works. You just know a wristwatch can tell time. So as my voice begins to speed up, you come back to full alertness, but your memory about this induction is so slow, it gets left way behind. And so now as I talk to you at a normal speed, very soon you're going to find that energy begins to flow up from your feet all the way through your mind and your body, and you come to a wonderful full alertness. But the more you try to remember this induction that I've just done with you, the less you will. So you'll forget to remember, or remember to forget. It doesn't make any difference. I don't talk quicker and quicker. Now you come more and more awake, more and more and more and more and more and more and more, filling with energy, clear mind, coming back, wake up now. Where was that?
Where?
Yeah.
Yeah, here.
Here. What happened?
I know you.
Say what you know.
Yeah, you were saying that the more I try to remember the induction I won't, the less I'll be able to.
Mm-hmm. And what was the induction?
I remember wanting to fight it.
Doesn't
I mean, not
matter
the
about
induction,
what
but the
no,
instruction.
I'm not interested in what you remember. I want to know about the induction. Now this is your awake hand, correct?
Yes.
Okay, now look at your hand. I'm going to tap your hand gently 3 times. By the time I've done that, your memory would have completely woken up and you'll remember the induction. Did it come back to you?
Not yet.
Okay, I'm going to flick that hand. You'll consciously remember the induction.
Oh yeah. So was it then? Was that the one where?
Now you're going to try and figure it out. I don't know. But you can remember the induction, you couldn't, and that's all I'm bothered with. But you see, I said the awake hand. And none of that was pre-planned. Before that induction, I had an asleep hand and an awake hand, and I thought, oh.
Yeah, so that's what I remember.
Yeah. So I've gone, and I kept 1, 2, 3, and it didn't come back. So I went, right, the awake hand, it's a bit of a metaphor. Awake, you can remember. Bang, you bring in the pieces of the jigsaw puzzle that create the picture. So long as it's moral, and you're holding the best intention of the client, it doesn't matter. If I had somebody here, what's the company you work for?
Caterpillar.
They make bulldozers, and so if I had a Caterpillar mechanic came here, he's going to be a bloke that drinks, you know what mechanics are like, and I set him down. I would just say, I'd start talking about Caterpillar tractors. I don't know the first thing about them. He'd tell me about a tractor. Oh, and he'd tell me, and I'd go, now just let your eyes close and keep going, and I want you to think about taking apart a tractor like you've done so many times before. But I want you to do it in a special way by using your own intelligence, putting the onus on them, in your imagination to slowly take that tractor apart. Now, because the guy's a tractor mechanic, he's taken a tractor apart 1,000 times, so it's like you're talking to him about the bloody space shuttle. And in his mind, he's going to go back to a memory and he's going to begin to take that tractor apart in a sequence that you would always take a tractor apart in if you were a tractor mechanic. And each time you do take another bit apart, you'll find that you begin to become a part yourself from your conscious mind. You are, but your conscious mind will never know exactly when you have. In the same way it doesn't know just when you do fall asleep. So if I say it doesn't know exactly just, and I stop and I go, just when you do, that's an order. Pace, fall asleep. And so as you take that tractor apart, now your conscious mind could just comfortably involve itself in that, while your subconscious mind listens to the sound of my voice. Blah, 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 blah. But you'll get your bloody result. which is what they're paying you for. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
You can't go and get a book that gives you the answer. But when you start, you've got to start with some scripts and bits and bobs to make sure you're on the highway.
I've got a question about scripts. I'm not overly drawn to them. I do like look through them if I need to before a session, if I'm working on something specific, you know, like I do a lot of performance enhancement work and stuff like that, but I'm not drawn to actually follow them. I'm sort of drawn to read them and then do my own thing.
To naturally do your own thing, and then you'll get a natural organic result instead of some sort of expected result. Look, if I'm having an interview now with someone for hypnosis, I write down key points. And I listen to whether they've got positive or negative language patterns. All the rest of it I'm not interested in. I don't give a stuff about their opinion of why they're how they are, because I don't know. If they knew, they wouldn't be feeling, they wouldn't tell you that. And you need to draw a little bit of information from them. You need to make them feel special. And you need to want to work with them and be present with them while you are. Every client needs the same respect, whether they have a fear of ants or they want to become a better driver of a boat. Doesn't matter. They all need it's an interchange between two people, and each time you work with anyone, like you're different than what you're different than what you're different, we're all different. Every single person you'll ever meet, you know, you think you've had problems in your life, and the worries and the heartbreak and the stress and the